Clarke, and among many other things, I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I started making jewelry in 2010, and I registered my business Wild Moon Jewelry in 2011. I think from that time up until maybe last year, most people just saw me as a jewelry artist. And I was starting to dabble in doing costume design and concept generation in 2017 and 18. But when I decided to really pursue living in between Toronto and Accra, Ghana, I saw my opportunities change. And then I felt myself changing also. So I wanted to pursue different types of art forms. And I mean, that's partly because of the resources that were available here were not the same as the resources available in Canada. So I wasn't able to make the same quality or type of jewelry that I was liking to make. And then I was like, I kind of want to get into writing. I kind of want to focus more on costume design. And I've always been very interested in doing hair. I used to do hair in high school. That was like my first creative outlet, actually. So now that I'm transitioning from a jewelry artist into a hair and conceptual artist, I kind of feel like I'm going back to my roots in a particular way. So I think my role as an artist, the underlying trend of it is that I see myself as a trailblazer. I see myself as a change maker, and I always feel really humbled by the amount of people, especially young Black women, who've told me that watching me pursue my life unapologetically and my artistry unapologetically has inspired them to do that. So I feel like that part of my role as an artist has not changed. But what has changed is the mediums in which I promote myself as an artist. Now I've changed my tagline on Instagram to say that I'm a hairstylist and that I'm a strategist and that I'm a consultant and I'm a jewelry designer. You know what I mean? So I think over time I have evolved to be more encompassing of many multidisciplinary mediums of art. Some of the challenges that I face as an artist include material sourcing. Especially now that I'm between Accra and Toronto, getting the same quality of materials that I used to work with when I'm in Toronto is really hard to get here when I'm working on jewelry. So unless I'm doing a lot of importing and exporting of materials, it's really hard to get the same quality and level of work and artistry that I was used to when I was in Toronto. However, because I'm not working with the same materials or having access to the same resources, I've had to kind of rethink about myself as an artist as a whole. So what else can I do in the arts that maybe I don't have to rely on jewelry as the quality and level that I would like to make it at is not necessarily possible in Accra unless I'm importing a lot from Canada. So I decided, let me start getting into hair art. I have been braiding hair since high school, and now that I'm doing hair here, there's a lot of publications and artists who want to come to Ghana and get cool footage and document their experiences in an African country. Obviously, I think a lot of people have known, or it's very fair to know, that a lot of African countries have a negative stereotype. And I'm really proud to be living in Accra because I think I'm part of the artist community here, especially since I'm part of the Afro-Caribbean diaspora, who are dedicated to reframing the image of African countries and of Ghana in the West. Of course, Ghana's not perfect, but, I think it's worth it to try to forge myself as an artist in a different landscape and also see who I am as an artist in a different landscape and in a different community and how we work together. So, yeah, resources have been a challenge. Redefining myself has been a challenge. I would say that, after having been known for making jewelry for the past 11 years, transitioning into letting people see myself as a hair artist, it has required me to kind of rethink of myself entirely. So I went and I bought my domain name, asiaclarke.com, instead of working mostly through wildmoonjewelry.com. And now I'm putting together like a hair and costume portfolio as opposed to one that's just focused on selling jewelry. So getting people to see me in a different light has also been a little bit of a challenge. Some of my hopes for the future of the arts. I'm involved in a lot of foresight study work with the firm that I often work with, From Later. I think it would be really interesting if some of you are interested in foresight work to check them out. It's fromlater.com. And a lot of what they talk about in one of these projects that we worked on called memory work is that a lot of the jobs that we know about in like right now in the future might become obsolete. So what could meaningful work look like in the future that makes money in a future where a lot of the jobs are going to be automated? And I think that's where the arts come in to be most important. I think art makes meaning in life. And so I'm really excited for there to be more work opportunities in the arts where true creativity is a huge asset. So that's my hope. I hope that there are more jobs in the future of the arts. I hope that creativity is, financially protected and monetized in ways that really benefit the artists. We see what's going on in the NFT world right now. I mean, I think the NFT world is I think it's having a little bit of a crash like the rest of the whole economy, but I think that there's a lot of promise in codifying the value of art and protecting the integrity of the work of artists through new digital means. So I really look forward to seeing the future landscape of the arts, because I think that creativity will be a huge asset as a trait in the future.